everybody. My goal in life, most people think I'm single,
Okay.
which is okay,
Right.
you know. And people want to see you girl on social media, but my
Don't
rule is
share.
the ones you love the most get seen the less.
I love that. I love. See, you
Tell
see?
them why.
Yeah, because you
see?
don't want people to be in your business.
Right.
You don't want people to judge you. You don't want people to.
What you making faces at me
And
for?
you don't want someone to hate.
Oh, that's gonna happen
In any
regardless.
kind of way. But
Yeah.
if you keep people out your business,
Yeah.
we old school.
Yeah,
So you
the
keep
more
your
you
business.
share, the more people feel like they have something they can say.
Yeah, right. I totally agree.
Yeah.
And
So
they go, I know this. He talked to this person, or he used to talk. Like, listen, this is a new person when they get to me. I don't care what happened in the past, but
No. You still
keep-
your past.
Matters.
It does
matters.
matter, but if that person already told you about their past, it's like, okay,
Yeah,
what can you tell me?
And you have to be
Because
and you have to be strong.
It's exactly.
You have to be strong.
For sure.
I got some clothes. I got some jewelry. The rest I got tied up in investments. I ain't got nothing else.
Right in the heart of a silver bullet.
Yeah. I think they plotting on man. Don't wipe their feet when they enter the L.A.R. I feel a cold stare.
What's happening, fam? I'm under the weather, yada yada. L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscriber die trying. Shout out to TK Kirkland. You don't have to post your relationship. Social media, it's cool, but you don't have to post everything for everybody. I remember when I was younger, and I'm saying this as a content creator, right? And I've talked about things in my life. Uh, Sometimes I've talked about them when they happen, but the vast majority of the time, I let a good amount of time pass before I talked about something. Um, Social media and relationships is one of those things you could leave out because everybody don't need to see what you're doing and who you with, and everybody don't need to be seen, and everything you do don't need to be seen, and because when you're doing it on social media, it comes off as if you're doing it for somebody else. You get what I'm saying? We're taking pictures for somebody else. We're letting you know where we're at to let somebody else know, this is what we doing, this is where we at, this is how we getting down. And that really ain't a relationship. Sometimes people have used social media to to get back at their exes and ultimately get back with their exes, ironically. Other times people have used social media, since you so happy and posting, let me just start stalking you. You get what I'm saying? People show up to your house. People show up where you at. You went out eating, you posted, now they there. You know what I'm saying? And that ruins a relationship. I guess people don't talk about it enough. Like, all this posting doesn't necessarily help your relationship, it ruins it. Kind of like um, they say, the more extravagant the wedding, the shorter the marriage. You get what I'm saying? Because if you're doing it for everybody, uh, then you ain't really, then you're not doing it for the person that you with. And I can say that as a person, in all honesty, we we make jokes about it, but I got married twice. You know, we really got married at a courthouse, and then we got married at like a hall for our families, to get together. But we were already married when we had the wedding per se. Um, and I realized, even when I was younger, when I was single, why don't you put me on this and post me on that? I'm like, for what? Like, for what? And then I've seen the situations where you get on social media and somebody sees you with somebody and they like, I want to holler at her. You know what I'm saying? I want to holler at her, so let me hit her up in her DMs now that I know you talking to her, type of situation. And the whole disrespect of that, which can cause a confrontation, not necessarily for the lady, but for the disrespect. And I've seen, some of y'all don't understand. You post somebody, and next thing you know, you get a message from an ex that has video footage of them doing something nasty. You get what I'm saying? And you're like, what's going on? I didn't expect to see or hear that. And that's what happens. And then you're supposed to lose respect for them because, yeah, man, they was doing this to me and that to me, and it's just like, why did how did you find me? Because you was on social media posting. Why did you send me this? Because I just wanted you to know that they was doing this with other people. Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? And then, then there's another little aspect of it where there used to be this stereotype where the more you post about your relationship on social media, the unhappier you are in it. You get what I'm saying? Because if everything is a moment, they got to be, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture. And it's like, whatever. You're supposed to live. You're supposed to live the relationship, not uh, take pictures like you're living a relationship. That's different. People, y'all getting so, I ain't gonna say y'all because, people ain't even in relationships as much anymore, but people was getting so wild with it. I felt like people was gonna start posting, selfie doing back shots. We here, baby. Living a dream. Like, what are y'all doing? Because I don't know, some of y'all don't realize this, but some people, I'm sure they still do it, but some people had this thing where they was having sex and it was recorded on the phone. Yeah, we. I'm like, you're not having, your sex is terrible. Then if you having sex and you recording it, like you really ain't getting at it. You really ain't getting at it if you sitting there. Yeah, hold up, like nah. It's you in it. You in it. You got something more important to do than film it. But that goes with the territory. Some people do that, and it's like, oh man, this is what I'm doing, and it's like, okay, you making your own little pornos, whatever. Don't nobody want to see that shit, but whatever. But here's the other thing, and this is where things get a little tricky. Sometimes it's not just you might post your relationship or your significant other. Sometimes you're posting your lifestyle, and people have a problem with it. You get what I'm saying? Good, whether it's a good lifestyle or a bad lifestyle, people have a problem with it. And your lifestyle is your lifestyle with who you with. If y'all like it, I love it. But the less you involve strangers in their opinions, the less people get involved. Because some people have gotten into those situations where now you let the comment section dictate your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So instead of you and whoever you with, y'all together, y'all enjoying each other. Now you let some person, 10 states over say something that bothered you, and now it's affecting your situation. It's like, nah, man, don't do that. Don't do that. And then the other thing, because relationships have ups and downs. Like, You can love each other or like each other the whole way through, but sometimes you don't. You know, you love each other a whole lot, and sometimes you don't like each other that much. But you can't, if you know how to stay constant, you good. Sometimes you're going at it like Jackrabbit. Sometimes you're not. It just depends. It just depends. You know, you have your moments. It's ups and downs. Sometimes you're going out and kicking it. Sometimes you're chilling. Like it's a ups and downs. And when you involve social media, unfortunately, you have far too many people who only advertise when they're fishing for attention. You know what I'm saying? So now you on social media and you're in a relationship, and now now you ain't getting enough attention in your relationship. So now you posting, now you making videos or memes or just having this vague alluding to things. Like back in the day when people was on Facebook and they would have "it's complicated" in their relationship profile. You know what I'm saying? Like now you're creating situations because you let your relationship out on social media to the point where not all of you think all of y'all are in a relationship, and you're not. And the other thing that's most important is F them people. Like, social media is not a part of your relationship. You did you didn't. Boy, I'm sound like Porky Pig. Deep deep deep. Um, you didn't meet a person and get to know a person and just be on social media with them the whole time. Hey, we just met just now. Hey, I got them their number just now. Hey, I'm gonna call them on the phone. Everybody check it out. Hey, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, this is our first date. Hey, this is our second date. Hey, oh, we clapping cheeks on Netflix and chill. Man, like nobody's streaming relationships, okay? That's crazy. I hope I just didn't give somebody an idea, you know. So you don't have to involve everybody in every detail of your life, you know. And a lot of times it keeps it more peaceful, man, because the more you involve other people, because here's a weird thing: people might not involve their family in their relationships or their friends in their relationships, but they involve social media, and a lot of them people are family and friends, true, but a lot of them just complete freaking strangers or people you knew from way back when that you don't really talk to at all. You get what I'm saying? So now you got them up that you ain't seen in 12 years. I wouldn't take that if I was you, man. Shut your ass up, man. But you open the door for that. So don't open the door for that, man. That's all I'm saying. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Catch you on the next one. Peace.